J Bills for me to Spotlight UK, and I'm here with the one and only Dave Fogarty in the building. Firstly, how are you feeling, sir? Like to be in your Misfits debut, like obviously you're no stranger to combat sports in general, but how does it feel to be part of Misfits?
Yeah, it's good. It's good buzz. I'm enjoying it. It's obviously the first media day that I'm on the other side of the camera, so it's good. It's good to be part of such a big event. Misfits put on a phenomenal show. They make you feel like a big deal. So it's great. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
It's interesting, photographer to MMA to boxing. I mean, what a transition of creative fields, and I mean, take me from how you got from photographer to now, getting into combat sports in general.
Well, I started off in combat sports before I moved to photography. I always trained MMA and trained kickboxing, and then the photography just kind of fell into that from there. It was something that I could do while I still trained. So I actually trained photography. I trained combat sports before I did photography. So now it's a full circle moment. So I'm back now on the other side of the camera and looking forward to it.
So, I mean, take me through the transition from MMA to boxing, because obviously, you got, is it a 7-4-0 record on an MMA record? Obviously, this is your debut in boxing. Like, how's the transition been like in terms of going from MMA to boxing? Is it an easy transition or is it quite difficult?
I think it's easy enough. My style of MMA suits boxing. The style that I had adopted, especially towards the end of my amateur MMA career, had lent more towards stand-up and more towards the boxing. So it's been an easy transition, especially with the help of Phil Sutcliffe and everyone down in Crumlin Boxing. They've moulded the art of turning MMA fighters into boxers. It's an art form, and they've done it many times before with obviously Conor McGregor, people like Lee Hammond, Keane Cowley. There's a lot of people down there who train MMA and boxing, so they're very good at it. So I'm in safe hands.
So, I mean, your opponent, no easy feat, Deen the Great. When I saw it announced, I thought, yes, this is interesting, because obviously two intense dynamics. You coming from MMA, like, Deen is, been killing it in the Misfit scene. How do you expect this fight to go down? Because obviously two intense dynamics. How do you see it from your point of view in terms of, coming through to this fight with Deen?
Yeah, I think Deen, in fairness, like I'll be the first and I'll give him his props. I think he is a good fighter. I think he's big, he's strong, he moves well, he hits hard. But I just think I have an awkward style and it's hard to deal with. I've been in there with pro boxers, I've been in there with top level amateur boxers, and they struggle with the style that I bring, and I think it's a style that he hasn't seen before. I think outside of fighting Waleed, I don't think his level of competition has been very high. So I think his fights against Waleed won't take anything away from him. Obviously, they've been very impressive. He's gotten the 2 finishes, but besides that, there's not really much to go on. He's had 2 good fights, and that's kind of it. Like, so, let's see what he brings. I think my style is going to be different to Waleed's, and I think it's going to be harder for him to deal with. So I'm looking forward to it.
Do you feel that you will be his toughest opponent to date at this point?
I think stylistically matchup, I think I will be his toughest opponent. I think when I come in there, I'm going to be big, I'm going to be strong, I'm going to be fit, I'm going to be physical, I'm going to be in his face. People get intimidated by this. I think Waleed went into it with intense emotion. This is emotionless. I feel no way towards him, no matter what he says or does, and I will be emotionless when I get in there. So I think it will be. I think he's going to find it a frustrating fight.
And, it can't be without asked about, your relationship with Conor McGregor. I mean, obviously, both of you Irish represent, one of the best MMA fighters on the planet, Conor McGregor. What's the relationship been like with you and him? How did you guys meet up? And, what's been sort of the key lessons that you've learned from him along your journey in MMA to even get to this point now you're on Misfits?
Yeah, me and Conor, I've been working for Conor now full time for about 8 years. So we go a long way back. I just met him through the Irish MMA scene. Is how I met him. So yeah, it's great being around someone like that. He's one of the best minds in combat sports. He's one of the best combat sports athletes of our generation. I actually say he is the greatest combat sports athlete of our generation. So to be around that 24/7 is phenomenal. To have that asset on my doorstep is unbelievable. If I have a question, I can ask him it. Like, I'm sure when we get back together and we're talking about this, I'm sure he will have things to say when he sees the training. He'll have tips, he'll have things saying what he thinks I should do, what I shouldn't do, and obviously when Conor's a phenomenal coach, and when Conor talks, you listen. So, looking forward to it.
What's the biggest takeaway that you've taken from him?
It's all in preparation. It's to be emotionless, to be prepared, and to have bad intentions. And that's what I have. I have bad intentions. He's been saying recently, not gone out there and we're going to be friends in there. There's no friends in there. I'm going to go out there and I have bad intentions. I have bad intentions on Deen from the very start. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put it on him and I'm going to look to hurt him. He's going to do the same to me. So I'm not going to go out there and try and be friends with him. And I hope we coast, be nice to each other now. We're going out there to have a war and I'm fully prepared for that.
And a few final things from me. Not looking past Deen, but obviously being your debut, you're looking to take on more fights. I mean, who else in the Misfit scene do you potentially have your eye on in terms of bringing your skills out there?
Yeah, I like the Joey knife fight. I think me and Joey match up nice. Same with Deen. He's a similar style to Deen. I think Yuddy Gang is a hard fight. I think he's probably the most challenging. I think it'll be him and Joey in the final. There's a lot of that little Cray. He's fast, aggressive, tenacious fighter. He's good. I enjoy watching him. Anybody in the lightweight. When Mams offered me this fight, and I said yes, said it to him, and it's true. Anybody can get it. Say my name, and I'm there. All I ask from Mams is where and when. I'll be there and then, and here I am. So I'm not afraid. I'm not intimidated. Nothing. This is what it is to me. And like I said, I relish these opportunities. I want big fights, big moments, big opportunities, and that's what Misfits has given me. And I'm grateful for Mams for it. So I'm buzzing for it.
Well, what would you like to say to your fans out there, that are seeing you for the first time, those that are new fans, getting to know you for the first time? What can people expect from you for your upcoming fight with Deen?
People expect a well-prepared, seasoned fighter. He's going to go in there, going to be from the first bell to the last bell, is going to be in there for a fight. And all I can say is go on, get tickets. Go onto my Instagram, buy tickets to the link, and if you can't be there, watch it live on pay-per-view, only on DAZN.
And it's going to be so good for you. Obviously, you're going to be back home in Dublin. I know your Dublin fans are going to go crazy for you. So that must be an added lift for you, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm buzzing to get out there in the Three Arena. The Three Arena is different. This is the mecca of Irish big-time boxing and combat sports. I've been there numerous times. I fought in the Three Arena myself. I actually fought for Bama before in the Three Arena. So I know what it's like. I've been in the dressing rooms countless times. I've made the walk. So I'm really looking forward to it. And when that music hits and that lights comes on, he's going to know he's in enemy territory. He's going to know where he is. He's going to know who the whole time favourite is, and it's going to be Dave Fogarty.
Well, another day in the office, so it seems for you. Well, I wish you all the best in your fight against Deen. A pleasure to meet you, and I know Irish people are going to stand up for you, so I wish you all the best, bro.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.